Yeah.
He'll do it here.
Reviewed it. There you
There.
go. Perfect. Oh, past due.
Go. We'll all look over here.
Are they
see.
good?
Live.
We'll
Are
see.
we live?
I think we're live.
Yep.
I think we're getting there. Yep,
All right,
we are live. Hello.
All
Somebody
right.
I think even noticed Tyler was already here. Yes.
No, it says thank you all.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Q&A with LNA Super Bowl edition, and we are an undefined team, so we're wearing our team swanky shirts today.
I got Julie
because
on
I'm
my
not
shirt.
rooting for either of the teams that are actually in the Super Bowl.
We root for the food. Team
and
Swanky.
commercials.
Yes.
So get this off
Come
you.
on, llama boy.
Llama boy. It does smell. I can
thought
smell
we
you
washed
from
it.
here.
No.
Oh, that thing needs to be washed. Llama boy needs to be washed.
Okay.
Ugh.
Bye-bye.
Are you leaving already? They're going to have questions for you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll wait until questions.
So we want to welcome everybody. Bye, Jake.
See ya.
He's
Jake
going
just
down.
got home from an all-day party. So
Birthday party.
he's
So we want to say hi to everybody. I'm going to start with our fabulous moderator from the UK who's got their chopsticks in their eyes. Elizabeth and Judy, Nancy, Debbie Z,
12:30 over there, I think.
Tina. It's a 5-hour difference.
Yeah, I think.
Tina and Kimberly and Shirley, Louise, Typo Queen, Julie Ann, KT, Claudia Lopez.
Where are my boys at? Where are the five guys
Where are
at?
5 guys?
Yeah.
Susan and Sarah, Franny Johnson, Lori Coleman,
Randy's in the house.
Randy's in the house,
Yep.
Kathy Gamby, and I'm opening my drink now, Terry, Anna Shank, cheers,
I don't
Cheryl's here, Lauren Graves and Nancy Bartlett. So we got a big crew, 156 people, and we are going to ask you all. Sorry, we got a big computer over here that we can see all of your.
We're trying something
We're
new.
trying, and Stella's here, yes, and we just want to remind everybody that if you can just throw any color question mark in front of your question so that it stops our scrolling, Claudia, Llama Boy is Tyler because he always wears llama pajamas.
Yeah, but it right now stinks.
It's right here though. He
Yeah.
uses it as like a security blanket.
But
looked like
right
it was
now
glitching.
right now
It's 'cause
I'm
it's also
a
coming in
Minecraft
long.
boy.
Hit show on that one.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yep.
Moderators got it.
Oh, Graham's just broke the emoji rule.
Almost broke
Yeah,
YouTube.
didn't you say
Just one question mark is good. There is, and it's not our rule, but there is a 4 emoji limit on YouTube.
Wait, what
Because
happened?
anything more than that, it makes it look like it's spam.
It thinks it's spam and it hides the comment.
The computer picks it up, which is probably why Graham's question got held for review originally.
Yeah.
Anyway, hold on. Can you scroll back up because I didn't actually read that question.
She asked if we were at a swanky event today, and no, this is our swanky event.
No, we're wearing our shirts because we don't root for any of the football teams that are playing in the. Okay.
Okay.
She tooted. You can go now.
You can go now. Bye-bye,
Yeah.
Llama Boy.
I need to go in.
Yep, see ya.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Here, you could be llama girl.
Oh no, thanks.
Llama
you
girl.
could take this
Nope,
and put
we're
it
good.
in the laundry.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Bye bye.
No swanky event today. We were wearing these because of tonight's Q&A.
Yeah, Super Bowl edition.
And I saw somebody quickly, scroll's going by quick. We're trying to read it off this screen we have over here now. Last minute adjustment because my phone was dead. And I saw somebody say, what's your favorite sweet and salty snack?
Ooh,
Chocolate covered pretzels.
sweet and salty snack.
Actually, chocolate
I haven't
covered.
had them in forever, but dark chocolate covered pretzels.
Yep.
Like the Snyder pretzels. Are really good,
Yeah.
but I also
There it is. Queen Bee asked it.
I also really like the dark chocolate potato chips.
And then I think it was Lauren, right?
Yes.
Yes, Lauren, I did get the gift card. Thank you very much. No idea. I might just buy Liz a rake because a
Don't.
happy wife is a happy life.
Don't I already got that covered?
You got that covered.
Yeah.
She's got a rake. Then I don't know.
I got people who got me covered.
I don't
okay?
know what I'm gonna do with it, but thank you very much. Truly
He's gonna-
appreciate it.
Who knows?
Um,
We got to scroll up.
nope,
We
we're
had
there.
already cut
She's
out.
already back.
Oh,
We're caught
Millie.
up.
Okay, Millie asked, "You gonna watch the game?"
Yes, the commercials, really.
Really? Yeah. See, it glitches.
Yeah.
You gotta go back down now to her question.
So what you got to do is when you see
It's
her
hard.
question, try to remember what time you were at.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Yep,
Chris
and then you
West's
can-
question is next.
Yep.
So Millie asked if we were gonna watch the game. We are going to watch the game.
Small little event here, a couple people, some food, but really it's all about the food and the commercials.
Really, it is.
That's
Oh,
it.
hello, and the puppy bowl.
And the puppy
bowl, like
Yeah.
with the kitty halftime show. Okay, sorry. That's what I live for. If my team isn't gonna play, then I'm going to watch.
So Chris West
Hi,
asked
Llama
is
Boy.
if
Making
Thunder
TikTok.
is getting more personable.
And I guess we're going on Tyler's TikTok because
Are we going on Tyler's TikTok now?
look, you can
Yeah.
look. Point to the camera. Look, everybody's on TikTok.
Yay!
There you go.
Hi.
Okay. Hi.
Hi, Stella. You're
I thought you went away.
No, I
I
didn't.
thought you went to go play down there.
No.
Talk about Thunder, personal. Chris West.
Is Thunder becoming more personable?
Yep. Oh, I thought I saw another one.
I did too.
Chris West was a whole bunch in there.
Yeah, so Thunder's
Okay,
definitely
so 7:33.
Thunder's full of personality.
So good
He's just
to-
not like your
Now we're at
snuggly
7:34.
wuggly type of goat that Billy and Pie are.
You cannot whisper behind the camera. We can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, how is audio? That's a good question. I didn't even check it. So
Nobody's
hopefully
complaining.
nobody's complaining.
So,
Yep. Is Moo's udder already starting to fill? Natty asked, I think it was.
What was it, Nettie?
Nettie.
Yes, Nettie asked, is Moo's udder filling up already? Everybody's udder is just starting to fill up now, and that's completely on.
Hazel.
Hazel is beside herself because she
She's-
wants to be right here,
Yeah.
and she might behave,
we might
but
have
she
to
had
let her
to have
out.
calmed down.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, everybody's right on track for the timing of their pregnancies, that it's all going to start filling in slowly but surely.
Yeah. What age, Louise?
Yep, Louise D,
Yep. At what age do the kids start chewing their cud?
about a month old. Once they really start not just nibbling on the hay, but actually eating the hay, that's when they'll start actually ruminating. About a month old. Claudia asked, who is Sadie's mother? And we have no idea. So Sadie and the original four
That's true. You're right.
goats were born at a commercial dairy, and they did not keep track of which kids came from which mother and father. They didn't. As soon as they practiced traditional dairy goat, commercial dairy goat practices, where the babies are born and they don't even let mom lick the baby. And that's a lot to do with the transmission of CAE. So,
So we have no idea.
I don't know.
How is Luke? He's supposedly
Hey,
getting
you're-
better.
You
What?
have to say
What
the
did I do?
person's name.
Okay, you say the person's name.
Lynn Margaret.
There
How
you
is
go.
Luke? Ooh, Stella's like, yes, please.
No cheats, it's for you.
You're probably allergic.
Definitely not sponsored. If we were, we'd have some real screen here to read stuff.
We have
Yeah.
no sponsorships.
So yeah, he's doing better. His poops are getting a little more solid, if you guys know what I mean. But he's not out of the woods yet. I think he pooped earlier on the floor because he's not holding it so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know.
He still has a couple more days of medicine, and if he doesn't really turn it around, he'll be going back.
Yeah.
I mean, he's happy. I don't think he's sick,
No.
but I just think he's still struggling with his poo-poos.
No.
Sue Witt, how are the mamas looking?
That's you.
Oh, I was gonna try to give you
That's
some,
your question. I'll be like, they're fine. They're
I don't
goats.
want to just run the Q&A. Moms look good. The vet's coming on Monday to do all the prenatal shots and to do a good look over everybody, including the babies and Greta. So we'll find out for sure how everybody is doing, but they're all looking good. I wish Sadie was looking a little bigger, considering she has triplets.
Yeah, she does a little small.
It concerns me that maybe she might have reabsorbed some, or I know I felt a baby kick just earlier this week, so I know she's still pregnant. But That's probably my biggest concern is Sadie right now. Like, she just hasn't looked 100% this whole pregnancy.
Yeah.
So
Oh, stop it.
I don't know. So that's definitely one of my questions and talking points with Dr. Kara on Monday.
So Anne asked if there's
Stella.
someone available in the middle of the night in case Thor and 80 escape. Yeah, that would be us.
Yeah, us.
And you guys would be the ones to alert us.
Yeah.
So the moderators have a way of getting a hold of us outside of just this chat. So
Also remember, we do live stream. We have this computer that we're using tonight is usually in our bedroom, and we are streaming.
yeah, we lurk all night.
We lurk all night, and the volume's up. So if somebody were to cry in the middle of the night, chances are we're gonna hear it.
Yeah, this might be TMI, but you people are like all family. I actually had a dream the other day that something happened to one of those babies, and like most years, I run out there to save the baby and forget to get dressed. So
Okay, that happened
you guys
one
would see me
time.
run into the barn in my skivvies just to get the baby like unstuck, and that would be real bad.
I remember one time.
Yeah, we don't need to go there.
No, I remember one time something happened and one of the babies cried, and we ran out to the barn, and you were like, "Grab my boots."
Yeah.
I grabbed his boots and put them on my feet,
Yep.
and he was out there, and
Barefoot in the middle of the winter.
100% chance of never being live on YouTube again if
Yeah, it
that
would've
were to
been bad.
happen.
Yeah, that was a dream the other day. Just so you know, it won't happen.
Yeah, don't wait up waiting for this
Yeah,
to
don't
happen.
wait up. It's not gonna happen.
But like that was like
But-
real world. We did not have enough clothes on to be on YouTube.
Yeah, no. How about just salty and just sweet?
Oh, okay.
Queen Bee's question.
Just salty. Ooh. Okay, you go first.
Just salty. One of my favorite just salty. Obviously, Cheez-Its, but no.
Taquitos.
That's not too salty.
That's not
Yes, it is. It has like a Mexican, like a.
Not really
it's
a-
roll- Okay.
snack.
It's more like
yeah,
a
it's
corn
more of a
tortilla.
meal.
No, I like the flour tortillas actually. I don't like
Those are
corn.
better.
Just salty, I'd have to go with pistachios. You got cracked the
Ooh,
nut
you're
open.
right. I have been on a big
I'm just saying,
cashew kick.
chocolate
lately.
covered cashews would be in the sweet side though, but that's a sweet and salty.
Is my soda right
Just sweet, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Just sweet, that's not me.
Thank you.
I don't eat just sweet really. I
So
don't.
tomorrow.
It'd be chocolate of some kind, but
Tomorrow, so Angie and Javier are coming over. You and your crinkling, it's getting
okay,
a little
okay,
much for
I'm
me.
done.
You want a
Angie
bowl?
and Javier are coming over, and she
No.
was like, "Well, what can I bring?" And at Christmas time, she made us Christmas cookies, like a whole little assortment of Christmas cookies in this tin. And in the tin were like these chocolate chipped layer bars, which was chocolate chip, like a cream cheese filling type of thing, and another layer of chocolate chip cookies. That was my go. I told her you need to make those. So right now that would be like my just sweet
Stella,
thing.
relax.
Come here.
Don't fall off. the
You
chair.
and your.
Where's Hazel? Hazel is in her crate over there because we don't want her knocking over all the
Having
equipment.
a fit.
Like every weekend we worry. Hazel's kind of big, so she
Yeah.
stays over there.
Yeah,
she
and
might
I had to-
settle, but
I had to go get Jake from a birthday party, so we couldn't
Yeah.
get her settled on the couch before like last week.
right.
Kathleen asked a good question. Did you like your cookies? She was the one that sent us the cookies. The kid, remember?
Oh yes,
it
Quinn
was
and
like-
Olivia loved them.
I liked them too. I took a couple nibbles, but you know, with having the flu and everything, I probably should have stayed away from the sweets. Somebody else also sent us a box of chocolates. That was fun.
Yeah.
You know, life is like a box of chocolates.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
never know what you're gonna get.
Typo Queen, will you be in need of any more peppermints? The answer would be no.
Hold on, I saw Brenda had another
had-
question.
That was just the one about the.
Oh,
same
okay.
one.
I already read that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kathleen was actually, I don't know if we ever went over this.
What's up?
Where's my certificate? My adoption
Oh.
paperwork.
Your adoption paperwork
It's
is
on my
around.
desk.
It's around here somewhere.
Anyway,
Yes.
Kathleen,
And yes, you did go over it.
Kathleen got me a moose.
Yep.
I still tell everybody. I will tell everybody until I don't own a moose anymore. Oh, they want another close up of the twins after Q&A is done.
Okay, we can do that again.
We can try.
Possibly.
We can try.
I don't have to pick up Jake.
Val?
I got to bring Bradley home though, but
Yeah. Val NC asked who else is on the
I
couch.
just said it. Bradley's on
Oh,
the couch.
Bradley's here.
He's actually
So-
controlling this computer monitor for us.
Yep. Bradley's injured. Don't even start.
Again.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Again. You know the last time Bradley was here for a Q&A, he was injured. He's
Yeah.
on the wrestling team at school, and, well,
He got dropped on his head. So
literally dropped on his head.
Yep.
All right, so moving along. Linda asked, I just found out Mountain Gluten.
No.
Am I reading this
Yeah, I just found
wrong?
out MT Goat.
Miranda loves apples. Is it okay for her to eat apples?
Ooh.
Yes, it's okay for her to eat apples, but just like anything, a little goes a long way. So apples are one of those things in a ruminant that, rumination, you start fermenting
It
things.
starts to ferment and the animal will
So you
die.
want to be really careful. We already did that one. You want to be really careful with how many apples. Technically, the seeds are poisonous, so cut those out.
But there was a
But-
story of goats in town or very close to our town where somebody dumped a whole bunch of apples, bad apples, into
Yeah.
somebody's goat pen.
Yeah, and
and
that
it
did
killed
not
the
end
goats.
well. That did not
It
end
did
well.
not end well. So,
But
one
if-
apple here and there, you're fine. But yeah, it's going to turn into cider in their belly, and that's not good.
Well, and it can cause them to bloat, which is a
Right.
big issue.
Yep.
Judy G asked, how did the girls manage to pull the small feeder down? Not attached well?
No, I noticed probably about a week ago that it could use some help, but I didn't think they were going to break it.
It was
They
one of
broke
those
it.
things where it's just weight,
Yeah.
and it just started to
What?
pull off of the
I
wall.
can't
His
Mike,
mic.
Probably in the mailbox.
I'll go with that.
Go check.
Oh, bring in the mail. Let's see
Take
if we
the
got
scooter.
any fan mail. We'll open it right here.
Yep.
Yeah, so what were we talking about? Oh, the feeder. Yeah, so it looked like Deandra actually got up on the feeder, and that
Yeah.
was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
And it was a goner. And once it was open, the girls were like, ah, okay.
Mel asked about the babies. Seemed to scratch their ears a lot.
Yeah, so I actually, I've noticed the same thing, and for a long time, I've just been like, this is normal, this is normal, this is normal. And then I'm like, you know what, they are scratching their ears more than what I think I remember babies scratching their ears. So it's one of the things that Dr. Kara is going to check on Monday. She's like, I'm out there, they are happy, they are eating, they are pooping
Yeah.
normal, peeing normal. If they've got a little ear infection or whatever's going on, she'll check them out and she'll let us know, yes, just them being quirky or, something that needs to be treated.
So Sarah asked.
I'm not concerned about it, though. I want to say that much.
So we're at about 7:38 in the comments, so I don't know how far behind we are. Only 10 minutes, it looks like. Sarah asked, is there any certain goat breed that are the best for pet goats? And my answer would be any goat from Simon Says Farms. And start with weathered boys. Maybe 2 weathered boys and a girl.
Yeah.
Always start with 3. I know it sounds like a lot going from 0 to 3, but 1 goat is a lonely goat, and you don't want a lonely goat. Because
If God forbid something happens to one of the goats, at least your other 2 have each other
Exactly.
still.
So if you only go at 2 and something happens, now you're down to 1. So 3 is a perfect herd.
Yeah.
2 weathered boys and a girl. That's what a lot of people have.
It also depends on
bought.
why you want. If you're just looking for
Correct.
pets, then go with all 3 weathers.
You could go, yeah.
A lot of times the boys are a lot more personable.
And they're usually cheaper.
They usually are cheaper.
Yep.
But they also have like really snuggly wuggly personalities.
Plus, if you're using them as lawnmowers to clear out, like fence them all in a nice area that they'll eat more.
And they won't go into heat.
Yeah, you won't
and
have to worry about
scream
heat.
at once a month.
So yeah, really. But now, if we get into the actual breed specific, I'd stay away from Nubians. They're very
They're
loud.
very loud. So are Nigerians, though.
Yep.
Nigerians
Even though they're
can
little.
be really loud. But then we all know Giovanni's really loud too.
This is
Greta's
true.
really loud.
Yeah.
So it's really comes down to, I think, the whole loud. Some people have Nigerians and Nubians, and they're like, no, they're not loud.
Yeah.
But that's that specific goat. The breed in general is known to be loud, but there's always an exception to the rule. So I would think, see who's in your area, see what breeds are kind of common in your area, and then go set up a time in a meeting with that goat farmer to see if they have goats that you think you connect with.
Is that Gwen up there? GWN.
Yes.
Gwen, try the new Cheez-Its, salty and sweet. They have M&Ms and Cheez-Its and pretzels all in one box.
Ooh, now that is my kind of mix.
Are those all made by the same company?
Cheez-Its?
Is Cheez-Its owned by the same company?
M&Ms?
Who is it? Who owns M&Ms? Don't do that. You're crippled. Stop it.
No, he's not. That's not nice.
Stop it.
All right, while he checks, Claudia asked, are you worried that Rainey will have another thunder? I'm 100% sure Rainey will have another thunder or two. Maybe not in his personality, because Thunder's kind of a one of a kind, except he did pass that on to Thor. But coloration wise, 100%
Keebler?
chance.
Kellogg's. Yeah, Kellogg's doesn't make
No.
M&Ms.
100% chance that Rainey and Grayson are really only going to produce a Rainey and a Grayson, color wise. In my experience, so.
Right
Raggedy
there.
Ann.
Yeah.
Edie sure seems to be eating the alfalfa the way she jumps up there and stands in the. Ooh, and I couldn't see the rest of the question.
I'm wondering if it's cutting it off or.
Yeah. So I think Edie's using it more as a jungle gym than she is.
Oh yeah.
You could probably make it wider.
Yeah, not really. Maybe a little.
No.
Yeah, but now it
No,
look
now
what
it's
just
really
happened.
tiny.
I can still read it though.
Yeah, we can still read it.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah.
Did you get the mail?
Okay.
Okay, try that.
Okay.
Is that all of it?
Careful.
Okay, careful.
That looks like it's just bills.
Yeah, we don't want those.
Let me see.
Bills we don't want.
Hold on, actually.
That's yours, Dad.
That looks like a bill.
That looks
That's
like
a bill.
junk mail.
Yeah,
That
bill.
looks exciting. Let me see that.
Bill.
That is Simons's Farms.
Ha ha!
We got fan mail live. That doesn't look like fan mail.
It is.
Oh, it
This
is.
is mine.
Her Royal Highness Greta.
Oh my gosh! Somebody sent something to Greta. I'm concerned.
Oh my.
All right, what's our next question? Sorry, we got sidetracked. Jake went and got the mail.
It's for
Alpha.
Greta.
How many goats do you have right now? Ooh, homestead.
21 plus 2.
21 plus 2.
So 23.
23.
What was that?
That was right here.
Right.
Yep. Aaron, did you do this?
Right.
No, I have not. Sorry, Lauren. No, I haven't used it.
Hey Jake, it's a word search. Here you
Look
go.
at
Says for the Simon kids.
Sure. You can do the
Oh,
word
this
search.
was the story about the dog and the goat are vying for honorary mayor of a Vermont town. I saw this article on,
Tyler,
and it's
turn
a
that down.
Nubian goat. Guys, how do we get Moo, the mayor of Salem? We don't have a mayor. We have a first selectman. Moo could totally do a better job than our first selectman, though, I have to
stop
say.
it. Jeez.
Okay, honorary.
Okay.
Honorary first selectman.
Got
I say
Keep it in this
we
bag.
write in.
No, the boy's
So,
calling in.
Susan, is it?
All right. Apparently,
No,
we're moving right
Susie.
along.
Susie asks,
Susie Jacobson.
how much hay do you go through in both barns?
Ooh, gosh, that's really hard to judge because we're doing the. You can answer. Go ahead.
I would say we go through about
Yes.
I would say we're going through about 1,000 pounds every 2 weeks. So that would be 2,000 pounds a month. Well, one of those big bales is 1,000 pounds, and we go through it in about 10 days. Actually, it's more like
I was
800
going to say
pounds.
then 2,000 pounds and
800 pounds every 2 weeks. Yeah, that sounds about right. 800 pounds every 2 weeks right now.
that's still a lot.
I need a calculator.
Go ahead.
And you could ask the next question. See if there's another one.
Lise W. Oh, where does the mucked out hay go? So, in the big barn, when we muck out, we drive out of the barn, circle back around the back of the barn, and there's a compost pile right back there.
And then that ends up in the garden right next to the greenhouse that isn't done.
True story. Yep. We also use it to like fill in. We could start using it to fill in holes, but
We kind of
that's
use
like-
it in certain places.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, so 800 pounds.
Millie asked, "What is African peanut stew?" So she actually watched our Simon
She
says
went
Saturday.
way back.
Not way back. That was only three.
African peanut stew.
That was my meal that I was eating when
Oh
you
yes,
said, "How are
yes,
you
you're right.
feeling?"
Yep, that was a couple weeks.
I wasn't
ago.
feeling. That was before the flu, so it was 3-4 weeks ago. African peanut stew. So I don't know. It's I don't really know. I don't make it. True. Full disclosure. I actually buy my meals online, and they're all shipped to me every Wednesday. And it's just one of the meals that I get in my package.
By the way, I was right. If I went through 20,000 pounds of hay a year and converted that back to a regular hay bale, a 50-pound hay bale, it's only 400 hay bales a year. We go through more than 400.
We go through way more than 400. I think when we made the change over to round bales,
Right.
I'll try to get back to Millie's question. When we were doing regular square bales,
Yep.
we were buying 400 at a pop.
Now, it's very rare that we went and got 400 because we were only able to fit 100 on our trailer.
150, I think
And we could
brought
fit
home
200 in the barn when we stacked them in all the kidding stalls. And we would go 200 and then that would all go away. We'd go another 200. So we did go through about 500 a year. 400 to 500.
No. I remember now. It was like 700 or 800 a year. I remember that last year. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore, and we switched to round bales, and we did all the math, and we're like, we only need X amount of round bales, like 40 round bales to get us through the whole year. Hazel, oh, she's so naughty. You gave her that little dog bone thing. She just clearly doesn't care about it.
She just wants to come cuddle.
Yeah, I know she does.
Yep. Yeah, and I think we said we were going to go because, 52 weeks in a year, if we're only going through one of these big bales every 2 weeks.
It was every 10 days.
It's roughly every 10 days. It's about 30 of these big bales a year, which means we only order twice.
So the thing is,
we
we
ordered
got
15
27 this last time.
This
And
last
we said
time
it was
we got
only
a
going to last
huge-
6 months.
Right.
So
Well, that's because we added a second barn and more goats. So yeah. So we're going through it. So in other words, we go through a lot of hay and we don't actually know the answer.
Is Travis Wheeler our 6th man?
Travis Wheeler, I think he's welcome to the boys club.
It's our 6th dude.
What are you drinking?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right now, Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
I'm still drinking my favorite 1911 black cherry cider.
Travis, are you new? Actually, anybody new. Put the word new. Was he one of the original
Listen,
5 guys?
No. If anybody who's
6
OG
guy.
says new,
don't do it.
Don't do it.
We know.
We're going to have to tarnish Brenda's zapper, and you know how she likes to keep it clean.
Yep. African peanut stew we already read. That's like a meal delivery thing.
Yeah, but it is peanutty. Like, it has that peanut stuff. It's like a rice, and not really sure what's in it.
I think Mel asked the same question again about Thor.
It is tasty.
And 80 scratching their ears a lot. They're fine.
I'm going to have the vet look at them just to be on the safe side. Are you going to be sleep? Typo Queen asked, are you going to set up the hammocks in the barn again to sleep on when most of the girls are closed?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe to hang out in the barn, we might set them up.
Maybe to hang out, but if it's wicked cold, you're not catching me.
Yeah, it jumped. So now you got to remember what time were we at.
Yep, right. Over.
Ooh, a lot of questions, but our screen jumped, so we'll be right back with you.
So what are y'all doing for Super Bowl? I want to know if anybody's actually like.
Liz, are you worried about rainy?
What am I worried about?
Having another thunder. We read that. We did that one. No, we're way back down.
Hold on, no, because I saw another question about can the goats still have cookies?
Oh.
So we didn't.
Oh,
there's
okay.
the what is that one?
Oh, we got a lot of African peanut stew question. That's why.
Here's where we are.
Got it.
Oh.
No.
I answered that one.
Oh, are more than one baby goat called a litter? That was Anne. Anne asked the question. Not sure.
I don't know. I always just call it kidding.
Yeah, it's kidding season.
Hold on.
Where are you going?
Stephen and Kelly are actually chatting.
They're
we won.
typing.
We win. We can retire. Stephen and Kelly are in chat. Shrek and Fiona say hello. Fiona wants to know, when will she go into season for the first time?
Ooh.
So Surprise! Fiona has already gone into heat. You just didn't notice.
Yes.
Because she, oh my God, this made my night. We
Yeah.
didn't run into them at Tractor Supply today. We always meet them at Tractor Supply on Saturdays, not by design. It just always happens.
One time it was Ace Hardware.
It was.
That's when we did selfies
You're
in the
right.
middle of the store.
Yeah, so Fiona, let's see. By the time she hit around 8 or 9 months old, she should have come into her first heat. But when they're little like that, and you guys don't have like bucks, you guys have the weathers, she probably was not like brought into a strong enough heat where you really notice. But she'll get chatty. You'll see that she's flagging her tail. And let's see, she's Lucy's daughter. I don't know. She might start like really yelling, you know.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have anybody to yell to.
Right.
So, but yeah, this year I would say right around September, definitely by October, you should notice that she's actually in a full-blown heat. But then again, Willow should be in heat too. Should be going into her heats because
she has Willow.
They have Willow as well.
Yep.
Yay! I'm so happy they're in chat.
Well, you could see a lot of other people are happy too. You could see some people down here are like, I remember Fiona.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm so excited. They always watch after and they never chat. So they can write new. They're not really new though.
Yeah.
They're just ultimate lurkers. I
Right.
love it. Okay. Let's see. Rotten Roses would like to know if lights or the lighting interferes with the goat's sleep.
No.
Not really. I see them really. Goats don't sleep like us humans do. They don't go into like this deep sleep and have to sleep for 8 full hours. They're like the ultimate catnappers,
Right.
you know. So they'll position themselves in a little corner and they'll do a little snooze and then go eat again. But the lights, I don't think there's
they're bothering
an
them.
issue with that.
No. Roxy, I think it asked, can
Yep.
can the goats still have cookies? They could, but we're not trying to encourage them to be all rowdy, so we don't bring the cookies out for like Wacky Wednesday and stuff.
So the problem with Wacky Wednesdays is that, sorry, you're over here now. The problem with Wacky Wednesdays is not the cookie part. It's the rambunctiousness
Right.
and the jealousy and the headbutting and that goes along with, you know, the girls not sharing and wanting their cookies first. And so we don't do Wacky Wednesdays much past 100 days pregnant.
Right.
This year we stopped sooner because of Greta.
Yep.
Because it's just too risky for somebody to get jealous and headbutt the mom in the belly and then something happens to the babies and God forbid. So, you know, they can live without cookies for a little while.
Yeah. So Queen Bee's worried that the hole in the heat barrel might be getting a little too small.
It's not.
And it's not, but we're getting close to that barrel not having to need to be in there for them. Weather-wise, it's way too warm this January, and they don't need it. They'll need to start regulating their body heat without it.
They can regulate. They're regulating.
They could be
trust
fine.
me. It's more. It more comes down to they're spoiled.
They're spoiled, right? They don't need it. Is my point.
No, they don't. But I do like to give them their little house.
What I'm
Hazel. Oh my God.
what I might do is turn that heat barrel into a thermo controlled, so it only is on when it's cold and not on when it's not cold. Save a little bit of an electric bill. But it's going to be coming soon where we have 7 or 8 of those heat barrels in the barn, and hopefully.
Do you want to see if Hazel would like behave herself over on the couch so she stops whining?
He's gonna give it a
Question
try.
mark. That
You
was my
asking me?
question of the
Yeah.
night.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
mean,
able to make
if you're all right and you can do it,
All right, so that was
don't pick her up.
Yeah, don't pick up Hazel. Yeah.
He's not allowed to pick up anything, and yet he still picks up everything.
Not a question.
Oh, the unusually warm weather. I cooked ribs on the grill. We can't read the whole thing though.
Yeah.
Oh, here she comes. Hold on to everything.
Cooked ribs on the grill, and oh my,
Ooh, hot swanky. She's like, why didn't I buy hot swanky sooner?
Why didn't I buy
Yes.
hot swanky sauce sooner? Yes, good question.
Carol, that was Carol's
That was
question,
Carol's.
not question.
Right. Question, not question. We're right
Can you
here
move
now.
your soda?
Well, we can skip
I
that.
can't see anything.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. That's fine. We're right here.
Oh, you guys should sell Team Swanky hats, socks, and your shirts.
We've tried that. We've got a couple shirts on the website that say Swanky. Nobody buys them.
Well,
we've
they're
act-
also hidden and they're kind of outdated.
We've actually noticed we have so many items on our website. I ran a report the other day that we have like 20 items on our website that have either A, never sold, or we only sold one. And it's really not worth carrying if we're not selling them. Just clogs up the site. So we might do a refresh, clean some things out, even things you guys have requested but never sold. So, you know, we try to please. You know, when we launch products, it has to be more than just launch it and we sell one. It doesn't make sense. It's not worth the, it's not worth the effort and everything. So, Team Swanky, maybe someday. I don't know, but.
Katie asked if you had to describe Deandra in one word, what would it be?
Boss.
Deandra?
Sure.
Deandra.
Yeah, she kind of acts like a
Boss?
boss sometimes. I don't know.
Okay, that's funny because my word was gentle.
Yeah, I don't know.
Deandra is so laid back. She's quiet. She just kind of lets everybody else figure it out.
I thought you said Danica.
Okay, I said that's why I said Deandra.
I know I had to think that one.
I was like Deandra,
yeah.
Danica, Krabby Patty.
Yeah.
No, not Krabby Patty. No, she is. She is the boss, the queen. Nope. Oh, sorry, we're reading. Scroll. I can't see any other questions there. Oh, my mom asked about the dance. Well, he's not here anymore, so he can't answer.
Yes, but Jake did have a good night at the dance.
Move for president.
Move for president.
Keep.
Yeah.
What is it with everyone in stew?
Yeah.
Everybody really wanted to know about the African stew.
What happened with that?
They probably wanted me to tell them the recipe or something.
We don't have the recipe.
Well,
It's
we
not
don't have
ours.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with bibs to prevent unauthorized breeding? No.
And that was who was that? That asked that?
Lee's W.
Lee's W.
No, I have never heard of bibs to prevent unauthorized breeding. I have heard of bibs for chickens for unauthorized breeding.
Oh. What's going on in there?
Hazel's chewing on one of Stella's birthday presents.
Okay.
Man, this is very carbonated.
Yeah.
Susie Jacobson wants to know, how do you become a Patreon?
So I think there's a link. No, not in the description of this, right?
Right there.
Oh, it's right there.
Well, you're right. Tina threw up a link
Tina
right
threw it
below.
up, yeah.
So yeah, that's the link to become a Patreon. And what it is there's different level tiers, and you sign up. It ranges from, I think, is it $2 or $6?
I think it starts at $2 and
All
goes
the way up
way up.
to $100 tier, and every level in between. And depending on how much your monthly tier is, will tell you what you get for that every month. And we are actually scheming up a plan. Somebody, Brenda, said that we should start offering an Adopt a Goat tier. So on our Patreon, we're going to create a membership where you can actually adopt one of the goats. Where we haven't really
It's
worked
not allowed
out.
to leave the property, so don't get too excited.
It's not allowed to leave the property, Typo Queen.
Yeah.
Because I know she would. But yeah, it's kind of one of those things where you would get a certificate and a picture and maybe a T-shirt. I don't even know because we haven't worked out all the details yet.
Yeah.
But it's something that we're trying to rework some of the tier. Oh, you did it. We're trying to rework some of the tiers just to update and provide more fun.
The next question I saw before it jumped on us was something about when will the babies go outside again with Greta outside. It really comes down to how much time do we have, because we have to stay out there with them the whole time.
Plus the weather.
And the weather. And
Yeah,
then the other
really-
moms have to stay inside because
Right.
it didn't work.
I did. There was a window of opportunity for them to go out to play today.
Oh, and that was Kimberly that
but
asked
we
it
had
for someone else.
so much work to do outside. So
Yep. Yep.
hold on, that was Stephen and Kelly again. So they
Where?
have. Oh, I think they were answering somebody's question. Can you swipe over so I can see? So they have Shrek, Fiona, Sterling, Samson, Willow, Wesley. So
Yeah.
6 goats from us.
Yeah.
And we were just actually talking about, I think, Willow and Wesley in chat the other day.
Yeah.
Because Willow and Wesley are Wendy's kids.
Right.
Only set of kids.
Yep.
Puppy Bowl, yes.
Uh-huh.
Super Bowl, rooting
Somebody's
for the
rooting for the
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah. Text alert from Simon says, sorry, it's great to know the first thing. Hang on, go back up there. What did Brenda say about the text?
Oh, it was like
Oh, if
their-
you want to sign up for it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And the link for that.
Yeah, and we'll be using that more when true kidding season gets going. We haven't bombarded or sent any text messages out
No.
in a very long time.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Susie just became a Patreon.
Oh, thank you,
Whoop,
Susie.
whoop. We'll get you
Yeah.
your avatar, and that's like the coolest avatar too. I like it.
Hot
I was
Swanky is the bomb. That's the only one I eat. I don't even eat mild.
No.
I
Ooh.
We only do
Yeah.
When are we gonna make the other one?
the extreme.
I got a hotter one coming soon.
Yeah, we were like tinkering in the kitchen
Yeah.
with that one.
But it's just
Hey.
not there yet.
Come here.
Um.
Come here, baby. Alright.
Oh, the ones I'm wearing, Susie
Oh,
Jacobson.
see, these are like
This-
owner only.
Yeah,
shirts.
these are owner only, and these were not cheap to make.
No.
These
This
are,
is not something that any
Yeah.
of our vendors can. We bought these just one-offs
yeah.
from somewhere.
For doing tasting events when
Right.
we're out at like the grocery store and
Yeah.
pouring
A
swanky
lot of
samples
times
and
it's
stuff.
when we're at these tasting events at like some of our stores that carry our product.
Yeah.
It's a lot of times. Hi, I missed you
Hi.
too.
Yep.
I'm sorry you
She's
were in
like,
your crate.
Mom, they told you they wanted more of me, and you
Yes.
put me in my crate.
I know, and then you
Yeah.
whined about it the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm so
So
sorry.
yeah, we can't do these shirts,
So sorry.
but maybe some other T-shirt that just says Team Swanky. I don't know.
You okay?
Yeah, she's
You've
fine.
been traumatized.
Tell her to lay down.
Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Down.
Aaron, Liz, before you go. What?
Down,
That the one we're on?
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Good girl. Down.
Cow
All the way
person.
down. No,
Cow
I
person.
don't need you to
Before
rub
you
me.
got goats, did you ever consider getting pygmies
Yes.
or Nigerian?
I considered Nigerian
I
dwarfs
guess you
for a
did.
while because they're super cute and they come in a bunch of flashy colors. The problem was I wasn't okay with what I was reading about how noisy they are, and B, I didn't love having the idea of these itty bitty tiny little teats that don't produce that much milk.
Yeah.
So you're doing all that work and you're breeding the goat to get them to a point where they can produce milk, and then the birthing complications, everything. Thank you. This is fantastic. This
This is great.
I don't even think
Yep.
they can see
Oh, they will.
your whole self.
Nope, they probably
She's
can.
sitting on me.
Yep.
My right kidney is going to implode.
Where are we at? Shrek and
125
Fiona? No.
pounds.
Another one. Right.
Maybe a closeout sale. Yes. Well, see, so somebody just said something about a closeout sale.
For what?
Probably
Lotion?
referring to Dolly C. Maybe a closeout sale on items not selling. So Dolly, a lot of our merchandise, our shirts, our
All of
mugs, our
them.
hats, all of them,
All of them.
other than the bracelet, right? We don't carry an inventory. It's called a print on demand. We work with a vendor. We create the design. We build out the site. You guys buy a shirt.
Oh,
The-
this is only going one way.
And oh gosh, you guys are gonna get knocked over.
No, she's
And
settling.
the order goes to our vendor,
I feel like Dr. Doolittle.
and the vendor prints the shirt or makes it basically right after you ordered it, and then
What the hell was that?
and then obviously the cost, the vendor takes
Would you
some
lay
and
down?
we get some. But there is no inventory. We don't have inventory here. But logistically, we still have to manage it all because I get emails.
Oh, thank you.
I get emails almost every day from the vendor saying, "Hey, you have a shirt on your website. We don't sell that shirt anymore. It's
Or
discontinued.
in that color or in
you
that
need to fix your
size."
website." And it's like, oh my goodness.
Right.
So it's just the more stuff we have on our site, the more stuff we have to manage. It's not actually managing an inventory. It's managing a product. And there's a lot of products we have that nobody's buying. So that's kind of the idea.
Well, what we need to do too, because I just took Christmas stuff off the website.
Yeah.
We just need to, like people who want that shirt have already bought it. So you know what? It's going away.
Yeah.
It's now vintage, and it's a collectible. And we'll just rework some designs and come up with new stuff.
Come up with
It's
something
fine.
new. Yep.
Because I just did that. I literally, like, I bought a bunch of sweatshirts that said Simon Says Farms on them. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of bored of wearing this. So I made a new one. And I made it owner only. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's in
But
test.
I mean, I'm not trying to say all this in a way where I don't want to make stuff. If there's something you guys want, let us know, and we'll talk it over and see if it's getting up there.
Yeah.
So I would say half the
Well,
stuff
we're definitely going to be making like a I Survived Kidding Season 2020 shirt.
that's coming.
Duh.
Yes.
But we have to survive first. So.
Yes. This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do want to do like new blankets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, and as we get into spring, we'll launch like a new t-shirts and
Yeah.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
When will you start milking Greta?
Once Thor and 80 don't.
And sorry, that was Lori.
Lori Coleman.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Lori Cole.
Lori Cole.
Yeah, as soon as Thor and 80 are weaned off of her.
Thank you, Sue or Susie.
What's that?
She signed up for the $6 tier.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
That's the hay one.
That's the hay one. Yeah, and the reason we made it 6 is because that's the average price of a bale of hay around here.
Well, when we were buying like the normal 50-pound bales of hay, like
Yep.
they were like they
Yeah.
were never 50 pounds.
Yeah,
by the
but a
way.
normal
They
bale.
that's like the normal traditional bale of hay. That's $6 from the
And
hay
we-
vendor that we get it
And we
from.
did the math one day. Actually, I think we did it live on Q&A. When somebody asked how much does it cost to feed one goat, and we basically broke it down that one goat would go through a bale of hay, probably a week.
A week.
A week, one
Oh
goat.
yeah. Well, you have
Because
two
you have
goats.
2 goats. Bradley has 2 goats.
And how much hay per week do you go through with your 2 goats?
Probably
Yes.
two bales a
Don't
week.
say yes. I'm asking for a number.
I think it's about
Hold on,
2.
he's got a head injury. He's got to think longer.
Yeah, I think it's 2 bales a week.
About 1.5, 2.
Yeah, 1.5 to 2 bales.
And I'm
on
sure
2
depending
goats.
on season, it's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
like they eat less in the summer, more in the winter.
Right. So we
Yeah.
came up with all right, $6 is 1 bale, and it was good. So that's kind of where we came up with that number.
Hold on. Have you guys figured out the text alerts for the people? Jessica C asked.
All right, Jessica C. If the text alert, the question was, have you guys figured out the text alert for the people it wasn't working for? Yes. Some people put their birthday in the text alert field. That doesn't work. Somebody else put their email in there. So we did fix the problem where you're not allowed to put anything but a phone number in there. And then somebody else put like a 13-digit phone number.
Well, probably because they were
So,
international, which we
might have
can't
been-
take international numbers,
No, well,
unfortunately.
we could take international
Oh.
numbers.
It's hit or miss.
Stuff like the UK, Canada, Mexico, easy international. You start getting to Germany and Australia, there's just certain internationals just don't work. And it costs me about 10 times more to send a text message to Germany than it does to send it to, Texas.
This is all she wanted.
That's all she wanted.
You
Yep.
poor little
Wanted to
thing.
be on TV.
You poor
well,
little
YouTube.
thing.
But other
She
than
wanted
that,
her
if you
sister.
think you filled it out correctly, like that wasn't me, I didn't put my email and the phone number, shoot us, go to the Simon Says, one of the moderators will drop it here, simonsayfarms.com. It's that simple. All the way at the bottom, there's a contact us, and just let us know. This is my name. This is my phone number that I'd like to receive text messages to. This is my email, like the simple things, and we'll go on the back end and see if it's all correct. That's all we can do. We're trying to get it straight. It's a new system. It's actually not even a system we bought. It's a system my web developer built. So it's
It's a work in progress.
work in
which
progress.
Is why it's a free service.
right. It's why it's
Because
free.
you guys are our test. No,
Yeah.
I don't want to call you dummies, but you guys are our test dummies.
Right.
Um,
That's why birthday texts haven't gone out yet. We haven't figured it out. We haven't figured out how to regulate the list
Yeah.
and say, show me only the names for people that are born in February. Send out one text message from Moo that says, happy birthday, February babies. Like, that's the goal, but we haven't figured it out. We're still not there. So
Can you believe that we are in the month where, like, Moo, Sadie, Rainey, Deandra, like, they're all gonna have babies?
yeah, it's driving me crazy. But yeah,
Charlotte.
yep.
We're all there. We're
yeah,
there. It's
we're there.
February 1st.
Can be on call now because I'm not resting.
And you can be
Yeah.
on call because your schedule just got cleared.
Yeah.
Queen Bee asked, are you taking suggestions for baby goat names?
Only live while the babies are being born. That's when the
Yeah.
suggestions usually come in.
Yeah, so I don't really like talking about names until the kids are on the ground. And then it's like, okay, depending on what the day is, what the conversation has been about. I do have, like, Harper's. I have a name for her. If she's having a singleton,
Yeah.
I have a name. And nobody's going to change that name because it's set in stone. Moo's kids, I have some ideas noodling around. But yeah, there's a lot of audience participation when it comes to baby goat names.
Yes.
You got to think too. I think after this kidding season, we will have kidded out close to 80 kids, like over our lifetime of doing this.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we've
we're
come
close
up
to
with 80. Well, after the end of this
you're right.
season,
Oh,
we
no.
will have come up with 80 names. So we start losing the creativity of like, nope, we can't name it that because we've already
Right
had
there.
one. We used to
Are you
name
kidding?
them.
It's right here.
Like when
812.
Samson, Sterling, Willow, and Wesley that year was named after every kid was named the beginning initial of its mother. So like Wesley and Willow got their names because of Wendy.
What's
And
a W?
Samson and Sterling got their names because of Sadie. And that
Yeah.
same year we had, oh good lord, I'm not sure if I'll be able to remember.
No, I don't remember. No idea.
Actually, we might have broken. Was that the? Oh no. Amy had Aubrey.
Yep.
I remember her. I wanted to keep her.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, you're on to KT's question right
Okay.
here.
KT
Right,
asked
yeah, I
if
did
someone
remember.
asked to be your shadow and learn all that you know, what would you teach them first? How to find a veterinarian who specializes in goats. Yeah, what would I teach them first? Honestly, I would stress the importance of checking your herd for worms. 100% hands down. That's going to be what, whether you're a breeder or you are just a normal goat owner, worms. That's what they're going to struggle with.
We're going to warn you now. It's going to be bad this year.
It's going to be really bad.
It's going to be really bad.
Really bad.
Yeah.
So we might actually just go to a proactive fecal once a month.
Yeah.
The problem is, and you guys are all like, ew, worms, that means that your husbandry skills are dirty and blah, blah, blah.
Nope.
No, it means New England hasn't had a winter in 3 years.
And we haven't killed anything.
What happens in the winter time, what we look for, what we need as livestock owners, and this goes for horses and cows and sheep.
Goes for all of them.
Everybody. Worms hibernate in the ground during the winter. So when it gets below freezing for a month at a time, you kill off the population. Some of the population, not all. Same goes with mosquitoes and
Yep.
ticks.
Let's talk about Triple E from last year.
Triple E and just...
Basically, just about all of those can be
everything.
killed off with the weather.
It can be managed. It
managed,
won't be a big
right.
problem. But the problem is now...
It's 45 degrees out in February.
We're
That's
having...
a problem.
All of a sudden now, we live in the South. What the South deals with...
I said this on our last Q&A. The South is great, other than the bugs are huge.
Yeah, well, we're starting to
I
get to the
am.
point where the bugs are going to be an
Our
issue here, too.
Bugs are going to start getting big.
Well, I don't know
Right.
about that, but we're just going to have more... The population is just out of control. We need a harsh winter, as much as I hate that, because everything gets harder once it gets below freezing. We really need a whole month of it. And at this point, we're in February, we're not getting a whole month of it.
No.
So we are going to be struggling to keep our goats, not sugarcoating it, but we're going to be struggling to keep our goats alive this summer
Yeah.
from worms. And that's just because the worms live in the ground. It has absolutely nothing to do with how clean your barn is.
Yep. You're on to Kara E's question.
Carrie E., do the teens and the moms visit each other across the driveway often? They did there for a while. Remember, we would walk out to do House of Pie.
What are you at? 8:14.
And House of Pie, and then the girls would follow us over there thinking we still had peppermints. Once they realized we didn't have peppermints, she's like, you're fading away in the background. Yeah, because Hazel was sitting on me.
It's actually one of the things I don't like about this Q&A setup.
What?
It's so wrong from a video standpoint.
What?
because we won't get into it now, but there's no foreground and background. We're all on the same, never mind. In other words, it's not me and you here, and then a background back here. We're sitting in a triangle in a corner.
There's still a background.
It's
back
not
there.
a background enough.
Okay.
It's not far enough away. So it's very hard for them to...
I'm pretty sure 251 people don't care.
They don't care. I get it, they don't care, but I totally know what they're saying when they're like, Liz is fading away. I can't see her in there. You know?
Can you see me now?
Yeah.
It had
that was a little better.
No, it had everything to do with Hazel at that time.
Yeah, I know. They're not Steven Spielberg.
15 minutes ago. No, 15 minutes ago she was sitting and she looked like a giant because she was.
Yeah. I think we already answered Cow Persons, one of the other 5 guys in the room.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Cow Person's a dude.
Cow Person's a dude. He's there with me. Yep. We already answered that one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For the newbies, that was... Oh, can you give us a warning?
Oh, can you give us a warning of stuff you guys are going to be taking off the site? Uh-oh, are we plugged in here? Because that just changed.
No. This computer is not plugged in.
Wait,
I will be right back. You continue.
What happened?
What does the battery say? Oh, yeah, look at it. It's got a little exclamation.
I'm going to try to go get the power cord thingy for it.
Okay, so I will, what was the question?
Can you give us a warning if you take anything off the site?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll put something... I don't know, we'll put something out on Facebook if I go through the list and I'm like, all right, this one's coming down. There's a couple things that were never, I don't know. Yes, Raggedy Ann. Can you do mouse pads? Typo asked. I don't know if mouse pads are an option on our vendors. I'm not sure. Beach towels actually are an option. I did see that one. But the question is, would you want...
A beach towel of moo? Are you serious?
Would you want a beach towel of, like, a goat, like moo? Or do you want a beach towel of, like, our farm logo? Because I never know what to make. That's why I made 2 blankets, where it was, like, one was kind of our logo with all the goats' names, and then the other one was the baby moo. So... I mean, I could do either. I could do both. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, just see. I would probably, Susie Jacobson, I would probably wear a Team Swanky or Simon Says Farm shirt, sweatshirt, or, can you scroll over?
Yep.
Swipe or jersey, as well as socks that say the name. Oh, that's funny. We actually don't have socks that say the name. We just have moo socks.
I wonder if they heard me opening my
Totally
can.
heard you. I heard you.
Like those other YouTube videos where the sound... Oh, it's super hard.
That's alcohol abuse.
I spilled.
I can't believe Angie's not here.
I'm working
She
on
had
it.
a party.
Are you working on it?
Yep.
Oh, no, she was begging to come over. She was like, please save me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Please save me.
Hurry up.
Typo said the text finally worked for me when Greta went into labor. Hey,
Okay,
that's
good.
when it counts.
That means we fixed it.
Oh, you broke it
So
again.
my question
It's
for
been doing it the whole
my
time.
question for Typo is: was the text not working for you when we sent out the test one before that?
Possibly.
Because we had about 25 people that said it wasn't working. What?
You got up.
I thought you were still full.
Got
I got you this just for you.
You did
I
not.
did.
Lie, lady.
No, I seriously did.
It's okay, I
It's
got my backup.
peach. You like it? I was taste testing it to make sure it didn't go bad.
You suck.
What's in there?
It's
Which one
just
do you
water and meal. I'm good for right now, actually. If Angie's not gonna come over, I can't, drink alone.
Alone. Thanks. See, guys, the true answer has come out.
Stop it.
I knew it.
Oh,
I knew it.
Kathleen said,
She's
shout out to
all
Tyler
alone.
Talks on TikTok. I love your videos.
Yeah, he's sad, but
He's
you know
sad
what?
because he feels like he doesn't get the love on
Yep.
TikTok.
Yep.
It's alright. TikTok's hard. And honestly, he's 10.
Yeah, he hasn't learned.
He still needs to he's very creative. He has great intentions, but he hasn't
His
learned
the
production
platform.
skills aren't the best.
You got to understand the platform, and he doesn't understand the
He has
platform.
to learn how
so.
to use hashtags is his problem.
Yes, that's
But
it.
he has the drive. Hello, I think he's gonna hit 100 videos this week.
He's already at it. He's at 105 videos.
Oh,
or something
never
like
mind.
that. Yeah.
Never mind.
What type of goats does Bradley have? Is he going to get more? Maybe some from Simon Says. Bradley already has one here.
Bradley has Thunder.
Pretty much. Yeah.
He's over there like, mm-hmm. What kind of goats?
He hasn't seen thunder in months.
What kind of goats are
Yeah.
Knucklehead and...
Knucklehead's an alpine.
Knucklehead is an alpine.
And then I'm pretty sure Tony's a pygmy.
A
Or dwarf.
He
Or
is.
the
Tony.
pygmy.
Tony's a pygmy because
Yep.
you got him from Kara.
Mm.
Yep.
Is he an alpine or is he a Saanen?
I thought he was a Saanen.
I thought he was a Saanen too.
That's what I was
You're like,
told.
I
No,
don't know.
I think he's a Saanen.
Well,
Yeah.
he's all white, but that doesn't mean he's. That would. I don't know.
So, what's that bottom one down there?
Maureen, where do we sign
Maureen,
up?
where do we signed up?
I'm not sure
If
what.
you're talking about signing up for the text alert, it's right there.
Text alert, Brenda.
How far behind are we? Because now I
We-
feel like I'm talking to myself. Oh, wow, we're way behind.
Yeah,
Yes.
about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Are you kidding me?
That's
Way
not
behind?
way behind.
Ooh,
One time we were behind.
Diego, another dude,
Yeah.
is from Brazil. Yes, we hit South America.
I had a foreign exchange student from Brazil live at my
Tell
house.
him about the squirrels.
Oh yes, this was great. So Juan or John, right? My family, mom's side.
Wasn't his name Juan?
No, not Juan. Jeez.
What was his name?
Juan.
Juan?
It's the way to say yeah, whatever. John in Portuguese, okay? My mom and her side of the family, 100% Portuguese from the Azores. When my brother and I were in, I want to say high school, middle school age, we had a foreign exchange student from Brazil, from Rio. He came
What?
over and lived with us for like 8 months. 2 funny stories. One, when he saw a squirrel in the road, he thought it was a rat. And we were like, no, those are just
These are
squirrels.
normal.
Nobody cares. Like, you see a rat in your house, you're going to scream. Or not in your house, in your driveway, right? You see a mouse, you're probably going to jump. You see a squirrel, it's like, whatever.
If I saw
He
a
didn't like
squirrel
the
in my
squirrel
house,
at
I would
first.
jump too.
But then the funniest is snow. So he saw snow for the first time and touched it. Great, soft, fluffy. He was a surfer. I took him snowboarding. All good. 2 days later, big, huge snow pile over by the dumpster. Thought it was going to be big, old, soft, fluffy snow pile. He went running full speed at this snow. We got 17, 18 years old. Went running like full speed at this snow pile and crashed into a big ice. Didn't realize it changes texture in like a
Yeah.
day or two. It was
New
just
snow
fun.
is.
We still talk to him to this day. Every
Well,
once in a
He came
while.
back to visit, and I
He
got
did.
to meet him.
Yep, he came back to visit. We got to see him again.
Yeah.
And occasionally I catch him on Facebook. But yeah, Brazil.
Excuse me.
That's my Brazil story.
Okay.
That was good.
What?
What?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
We're sending messages.
They're
back
sending
and forth.
messages.
What?
What happened now? Are you keeping Harper's babies? No, Claudia.
Yeah.
We are not deciding to keep any. We don't want to keep any babies this year. We have enough. We have plenty of goats. With that said, there's always that possibility of her changing her mind.
Okay, but here's the thing, and here's what will be going through my head. Unless Harper's baby is absolutely phenomenally exceptional, I will not be keeping that baby. You might be asking why.
Yeah.
Because that means Giovanni is retired.
Yes, that's
I
true.
won't be able to, not this year, but by the time I would want to breed Harper's doeling at a year and a half old,
Or somewhere
cannot
in here.
breed that baby back
No, they're
to
just telling you.
Giovanni. So I would have to look for a new
Germany.
La Mancha buck, and I'm trying. This isn't working. She's gonna fall. Can you pick her up? Thanks. I got
Yeah,
her.
I
No,
got her. She's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no, I'm like I said, unless she's absolutely spectacular, I don't want to lose Giovanni. So and we'll see. We'll see. All right, can you scroll to the?
Yeah, somebody
right?
said son Anne Marie.
Yep.
Liz and Aaron. Hello, Liz and Aaron. I
remember Anne Marie.
I am in Germany and I signed up for a facility in New York for a text alert system, and it works just fine. Tried to order your sauce the other day, and
Yeah,
you
it's
told me
illegal.
we don't ship to Germany. Yeah, I don't think we do ship to Germany. And for the text alert thing, again, ours is a free service. We're just us two in this business,
Yeah.
and we're building our text alert system pretty much from scratch. So if it doesn't work to Germany, I don't think I can get it to work.
We can do about that.
Yeah.
Scroll up.
Scroll up. Right there.
Ooh.
Oh,
Randy
Randy,
says, can you add a
late
little
to the
more,
game, a little more volume.
We might be talking a little too quietly.
I don't know. You got your phone?
Nope.
Oh.
Stella's sitting on it.
Well, I need it to add volume.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the only way to do it. All right, I got it.
Stella.
You're not helping.
Not helping at all.
I got it.
Come here. Okay, we'll do some belly
I got it.
rubs. Okay, I was doing belly
No,
rubs.
I thought you were trying to pull
Nope,
cords and
I was
stuff.
doing belly rubs.
Okay, next.
Barbara asked Aaron, does S2S Communications host a live stream cam service?
No, we do not host a live stream cam service. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, but
You guys don't live stream.
we don't live stream at all yet, and we definitely don't have a service for other people to do it.
Oh, I love this next question. What?
I gotta take meds.
You have to take meds. Just
5 minutes.
the Motrin.
I know.
Don't
I know.
take the other one. Do you need to take it with food?
No, I already ate.
I know. Well, you ate an
I have
hour
food
and
in
a
my
half
belly.
ago.
I have food in my belly.
You ate and a half. Okay. Mel, don't zoom on me.
Why not? That's
Oh
what it should look like the whole time.
No.
We should literally
No.
do our Q&A from here.
No,
This
they
is-
want to see Hazel and Stella.
This is what I mean by our setup is not correct. This is true talking. You know, when you look at the newscasters on TV, do they look so tiny? Look at you covering your face. Okay,
I don't
fine.
like the zoom in.
Zooming back out.
Because, listen, you would never see Hazel. They want to see Hazel.
Is this called Q&A with H and S? Hazel and Stella?
Ew,
She
farted
farted on
me.
you. Okay,
Okay.
next question.
Okay, so Mel asked, how did House of Pie get its name? So, oh
Oh, man.
my
Oh.
God, Stella!
Got kicked to it.
One
Woo!
of them.
Stella! Woo!
All right, back to the
Okay.
House of Pie.
Sorry, that one was...
All right, I'll tell you. Our daughter fell in love with pie, YouTube.
Wait, who's Pie?
Pie is one of our goats.
And he was born on Pie Day last year, on
3/14.
2019. Kidding season.
And YouTube convinced us to save, to
Not safe. No, she convinced us to keep
Yeah.
Pie. And honestly, we were in the market for some goats for the other side of the driveway because
I thought we already had goats. We were going to move to the other side of the driveway originally.
I do wish there were live cameras running in our house sometimes so that you guys, during these conversations, that he would like to retract his statement. He already said it and he agreed. We'll just keep some weathers from last kidding season. You don't remember that
Yeah, I
conversation?
do kind of remember that. But that's House of Pie got its name
Anyway,
from the pie goat.
So Livy fell in love with Pie and was like, this is my goat. And at 4 years old, who was I to say, you can't have this goat, because I loved him too. So with that said, we had to build another barn for these goats because there was nothing over there. And I wasn't going to keep them in there was like this 3-sided little thing, but it was not safe and not big enough for the number of goats that we were keeping. And I wanted something more permanent. And so we designed something and named it House of Pie.
Yep. That's what happened.
So Julianne had a very good question.
Yes, that
Go
is a
ahead.
very good question.
You can.
Could you, Julian's question, could you worm your goats on a regular basis, or is the dewormer harmful to goats? Why test fecals monthly? So, if you wormed regularly without testing, they'd just become immune. And
well,
now,
our biggest issue.
broke
Go
it.
ahead. You can continue.
that's my theory. They would just become immune to it, and you don't know what you're worming for. Because there's multiple different types of worms, which means multiple different ways to deworm. You need to test every month, figure out what worm you're going after, or do you even need to?
Yeah.
Maybe even every other month, every 60 days. or possibly we're looking at some type of medicated food, right?
That
Didn't you
has
say-
nothing to do with worms.
That doesn't. That's something
No,
else.
That's coccidia.
That's different. Okay.
So you're right in a lot of your comments.
I thought you
So
just meant overall.
In
Mine.
horses, it's common to just deworm on a schedule, and that's fine. I don't know why. In goats, though, they carry different kind of worms, and depending on what class of worms you have that your herd has,
Yep.
determines what medication you need to kick out that specific worm.
And plus, goats.
Not all dewormers are going to hit every kind of worm a goat carries.
Plus, goats are always using medication from other animals in the industry.
Yeah,
Like
it's always off label.
it's always off label. So in a horse world, they might have some type of broad spectrum dewormer like penicillin.
Yeah.
You know, broad spectrum dewormer
Right.
that works in the horse world.
The other issue
Goats
is
don't have that.
not every. Okay.
I'm not sure where we're at.
Kara says,
Kara's our vet. If you didn't
Dr.
know.
Kara, 20% of your goats are gonna carry 80% of your worm load. So think about that.
Yeah.
20% of your herd
Yeah.
is going to carry 80% of your worm load. So not every goat is going to require deworming.
Right.
So you want to do a fecal so that you can get an egg count so that you know which girls absolutely need to be dewormed. Which ones are just carrying a small load, which ones are carrying a medium load, which ones are carrying the load that needs to be dewormed right away.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones that are going to get dewormed. And we call them our troublemakers. So I know who my 20% girls are in the herd. Like Charlotte's a troublemaker, hands down. Moo was a troublemaker one year, but that resolved itself. But we'll continue to keep a close eye on her. So yeah, we'll see. But you don't want to deworm them on a regular basis because it creates parasite resistant resistance to dewormers, which
Right.
is like if like a human went on penicillin every time they were sick.
Yeah.
You would create penicillin or antibiotic resistance, and you don't want that in, a dewormer.
Right.
Okay, that was the end of my.
That was somebody asked up there. Right.
What
got
kind
that
of
one?
collar do you have on Hazel? So this is actually a sound bark collar. So when she barks, it emits a sound vibration, not a vibration, but a sound that makes her like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that again. Because she likes to bark at herself. So, but it's not one of those like vibration ones or shock ones that is going to hurt her. So please don't write me nasty emails.
Typo Queen. If the text message didn't work for you again, go to the bottom of Simon Says Farms. Fill out, just shoot us a little comment that says, hey, Typo Queen, it's me. And here's my cell phone number. But just so you know, when you fill out that, for any of you that want to try to fix why you're not getting these text messages, we need your real name. You can't tell me it's Typo Queen, here's my cell phone number.
I know
because
Typo Queen's real
I'm
name.
just saying, in general,
No, I know.
people have done that.
No,
and I'm
they
like,
have.
I can't fix your account if I don't really know who you are. Because I have to go back to your account and fix it. And then see if I can adjust the phone numbers and everything like that. So if you're not getting them and you know you signed up, then that's where it is.
Oh, Nancy. See what
Yep.
she did there?
Yep.
She goes, I just love you guys. You are so funny.
I see that. Yeah.
This is us every day, all day.
Yep. Yeah, we see that.
What?
This one here.
Oh, where's Jenna?
Yep.
She's at work. Boo.
Probably watching.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Hopefully it's busy because she really needs
So
to.
the original text did not work for me, but I did get the Greta one. Okay, so we
Oh,
fixed
yeah, we
Heidi's.
saw that. We saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Thunder is mine.
Chris West. Well, you know what?
Okay.
She refuses to call it House of Pie, too. She calls
Sure,
it the Thunderdome.
This is true. Yeah. Yep.
She
So,
makes her own rules.
Don't worry, Chris. Bradley's just taking care of them for you.
Right?
There you go.
Bradley should adopt a moo baby.
Bradley should adopt Thunder for real.
Yeah, you should take him over to see Knucklehead.
Yep.
See how that works
Bring him
out.
over to your house. Yep.
He's not laughing about that one.
All right, scroll it up.
Scroll it up.
Scroll it.
That medicine hits you quick, huh?
Yeah. He's half asleep over there.
No, it's from my mom.
Oh,
She
Oh,
told me
good.
to take it.
yeah.
Keep
Carol left.
going.
Yep. Yep. Nope. No question there. It's pretty easy pace here. We're not like an hour behind.
Nope.
Uh-huh.
We already did
That was
that.
a comment, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see Hazel. You can't?
Oh my God! I think one of them farted again.
I told you, she is
Oh.
very gassy.
Oof. Jeez.
All right, we are still scrolling, everybody. I don't know
still
what we're
scrolling.
laughing
We're
about.
looking for questions.
Oh, because Stella tooted. I got it.
Well, she tooted again.
She tooted again.
And I broke it.
And you broke
and
it.
You broke it. Did
Oh,
Greta?
where? There was one.
No.
Oh,
We'll find it. Yeah.
You will.
Right around there.
oh, there
That's
it is.
That's where
Everybody's
you were.
laughing because
Laughing.
of
So 8:38.
Stella was passing gas.
Yep.
80 standing in both bins.
Oh, that's good. She does that.
Oh, hold on. Oh, never mind. Just kidding.
Nobody put the word new earlier, by the way. We're not finding new people. Why are we not finding new people?
Y'all have friends. I know you
They're
have
not
friends.
sharing it with their friends. It's
No,
one,
it's like
it's one
they're.
of those things
this
like,
is my hidden gem.
right.
You can't have
Yep.
it.
I found this great place to get cheeseburgers, but I'm not going to tell you about it.
Because I don't want to wait.
I
I
don't
don't want
wanna
to
wait.
long. I don't want to.
I don't want to go there and there be a big line.
You guys need to. Susie, I love Susie.
I don't like Susie anymore.
I love Susie.
Nope.
You guys need another dog like Stella.
Oh my God. Susie, she already admitted 10 minutes ago that she was on this couch all
Hold
alone.
on, I want to know.
Drinking alone. I'm not going to have another drink. I'd be drinking alone. Who am I? Nobody.
Drink in his hand. Okay, I
Nobody.
want to know who the person was that called me out for not having Stella buckled into a car seat. Go ahead, I'm waiting. She might not even be here.
Oh.
Oh, she goes, hold on. I saw that other question. Where was it? What is your dog's name?
Where's that?
Suzanne.
Oh, right above
So
the
this
typo
is
queen.
Stella.
Yep.
She just celebrated her first birthday last week. And then this is Hazel.
Who did not celebrate her first birthday last
No, but her third
Third
birthday
birthday is
is
coming up.
later in March.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we would have been waiting here for a long time
Yeah.
because we weren't live. Anyway, that person who, what goes in the farmhouse bucket behind you? Oh, this is some funny
Oh.
shit. I mean,
What?
funny stuff. You want to know what's in here?
Oh my gosh.
Pull-ups.
Pull up. Yeah, like Quinn, go get your pull up on.
So Liv doesn't, Liv isn't in pull-ups anymore.
And they're not used.
No,
So let's
well,
clarify, they're not used.
well,
They're dry.
They're dry, but this one was used. It was just not peed in. So oh man, now we're really getting, it's not wet.
It's dry.
But it's been used. He wore this to bed. He kept it dry. And I tell him, if it's dry, you get to wear it again tonight.
Damn right.
So that's
Frugal.
what's in our
So if
farmhouse
you've never
bucket.
been here before, this is real world. We don't sugarcoat shit.
Nothing.
This isn't Pinterest or Instagram. This is life.
Can you scroll to live so that...
So if you don't like
Oh, we
it,
haven't
just
answered
log
that.
out, basically.
Scroll over so I can see the name.
It's farm before fans. Like, there's a whole bunch of funny comments or slogans we have.
Listen.
Family before fans, right?
The only day I wear makeup is on Saturdays.
For Q&A.
No.
Oh, for Simon
For
Says.
Simon Says
that's
Saturday.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. And that's only, I don't know why. I don't know.
The fact that she even does that, I've told her to stop. Like,
You guys should see the back of my hair. I braided it up the back, and then my poof is here. Sometimes I do that.
I
Sometimes
can't
I
see
don't.
the back of my hair.
no, you cannot.
You cannot see the back of your hair because you're wearing a neck
My-
brace
my
because
po-
you almost got paralyzed today.
My point is, we keep it real. You know, I've got my slippers on, my dirty sweatpants.
Hey, Kimberly, I'm wearing socks again.
Yep, we got
You
socks.
can't see
That's
them.
it. That's just how we do it around
Huh?
here.
That's at first.
Shut up! I wear
No.
socks.
Okay.
Not with
See-
shoes,
okay,
but I do
what
wear socks.
goes in? Where are we? Oh,
Right.
farmhouse bucket. Yeah, a bunch of
I know
junk.
what. I hear.
Is there a chance that if that any? Well.
Yes, there is a chance. Who was that?
Is there a chance if any of the moms will go in labor in the same day?
Yes.
At the same time. So Lori, actually, the year before we went live, Sadie, Lucy, and Genevieve, it was like the La Mancha party. They all went into labor within 20 minutes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Do you remember that one?
Yes, I do remember that one
They
last
all
year.
had twins. Actually, every single one of them had girls too.
Was it last year?
It was the year Harper was born.
Yeah.
So it was Harper, Lucy had twin girls, and remember, Lucy had twin girls, and it was one black one and one white one. We were like, huh?
Those 3 hours
How
were
does-
like crazy.
I had the flu, I
It
know.
was pretty nuts. Yeah. I know.
How did Lucy have a white baby?
Yeah, we
And
don't know.
then Sadie had a black baby and a white baby. And I was like, how did Sadie have a black baby?
Yep.
Oh, it was awesome though, because Lucy and Sadie
Who asked
had
that
babies that looked identical to each other. It was so funny.
So Raggedy Ann said, "I only have a couple friends, but they just aren't as dedicated. I did have them come with me to Goat Snuggles." So Raggedy Ann came to Goat Snuggles with her friends. We need pictures of all of you. I'm just kidding.
Wait, Raggedy Ann was here?
And actually, we are going to do both sessions this year. So let's talk about that.
Hold on,
You
both sessions.
you think while I talk.
I'll think.
So the text alert is one thing. We're working on a new calendar scheduler for the website, so you could sign up for snuggle sessions with like tickets and things, and like, oh, I want to go on Saturday at this time or Sunday. Ooh, they're doing a Wednesday night one. Good. I don't want to go on the weekend. I'd rather go on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
We're working on that
Well,
too.
that was the biggest thing.
Yes.
The biggest takeaway from last year was I work on the weekends every weekend,
Yes, somebody.
and it's like, oh, I didn't think about
People that work in the restaurant business.
or
for
any
years.
retail, anything retail,
Yeah.
or anything else. There's a lot of jobs that work on the weekends.
Yep.
So yeah, I think this year we're gonna do especially use the pull up for Luke.
We should.
Especially, it's not big enough, but especially
Might
in the
have to scroll
beginning
that
when the babies are really little, we're
Yep.
really gonna try to give as many people as want to come the opportunity to come when the babies are little.
So if you were here last year, and if I don't know if any of the moderators can find it, maybe later at the end of Q&A, the open barn.
Ooh.
The open barn video is one. If you were here last year, we've done that 3 years in a row. But the first year we had like 100 people.
We also did it within 24-hour notice. We put
Correct.
that event together on Friday, and we host, or maybe Thursday.
And we put it together on Thursday. By Saturday, there were 100 people here.
And it was sleeting. It was so cold.
The second year, we had about 300 people. The third year, we broke 2,000 people in the fire department and police and traffic control, and everybody showed up. So now we can't do that anymore. We're not doing an open barn this year. We're replacing that with Goat Snuggles, but doing more sessions. Max 25 people. Yes, there's going to be a fee to get in. We can't do it free. If we do free, the place will again turn into
Yeah,
a
but no,
zoo.
we can't do this again.
But we might do in that opening weekend of snuggle sessions. There might be 4 or even 5 sessions in one day. 1 hour and then an hour break, another hour and then an hour break, all throughout the whole Saturday, and then same thing Sunday, and that's like opening weekend of snuggle sessions. Usually May or April. I don't remember what
What are
month.
you talking about?
What month does it usually start?
Oh, well, the last few years, our open barn event started the first weekend in April.
Yeah, so probably around April.
Oh no.
Harper will not have had her kids.
Yeah, this year's weird. We're gonna have
During April break or no?
we're gonna have another pregnant.
April
Right.
break is usually mid-April.
Harper will be pregnant, and Greta's babies will be huge.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Greta's babies might not even be here.
right? They might even be
They'll
sold
be-
by then.
They
Right.
might be old enough to have left.
Right, or live on the other side. So they're not
Yeah.
impregnating somebody else.
No, I'll castrate him before
Yeah.
that. Yes,
I have
peanut
a
gallery.
question.
Yes, your question.
So if you're doing another open house, you can do it for both barns or
We
just
are
one?
not.
No,
doing
we're
an
not
open
doing an
house.
open house.
Oh,
That's what we were
oh,
just
okay.
saying.
It would only be goat snuggles.
So it'd be
Okay.
So it would be what I was telling Kevin. Kevin was our traffic control guy last year, if we do it the way we're planning, we'll know in the morning, hey, we've got 100 people coming today. It's going to be 20 people for the 8 o'clock session. They're going to be done by 9:30. The 10 o'clock session, we have 18 people coming. They're going to be done by 11:30, 12. The 1 o'clock, so it'll be coordinated throughout the day. We'll know who's coming, their name, their phone. We'll know everything. And instead of, we have no idea what's going to happen, and oh shit, there's 2,000 people on my front lawn, which is what happened. So it's actually a very funny video to watch.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, it is?
I wasn't laughing.
This is a good one?
I wasn't laughing.
I want to say it was back like Simon Says Saturday 87 or something like that, 89, 90.
Demi?
It was a long time ago.
I knew.
All right.
I watched all your Simon Says Saturday videos in 3 days.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
Demi,
Hold on. Scroll over.
in 3 days.
A question, or not a question, but thought I'd tell you I'm
Obsessed. Oh, I love
she
Demi.
binge watched.
Demi. She Netflixed.
Yes,
that
she
whole
did.
3 days.
Oh my god.
To watch 112. Tomorrow's is coming up soon. Tomorrow, 120 will come out tomorrow.
episodes.
I'll be honest right now. I think it's going to be boring. I'll know after I edit it.
Well, we did a lot. We did a lot of like
we were just
tidying
busy
up.
today.
It wasn't anything
Yeah.
exciting. The weather's dreary. Are we getting anything tomorrow? Like any weather?
Rain?
I
No,
thought we were
I don't
getting
think
that
so.
Storm.
No. I only have a couple friends.
Ellen
Demi,
said
that's
you
hilarious.
have to keep mischief and mayhem.
That's hilarious.
She renamed them.
I want to know the reason you kept.
Billy.
Why'd you keep Billy?
Because I love him.
Oh, jeez.
What?
I want to ask.
Listen, okay. This is the real reason. So,
There's a chance of rain tomorrow morning.
when Jack got sick,
Really rain tomorrow?
Yeah.
when Jack got sick, it opened up the
20% chance.
hold on, guys. So okay, we decided we were gonna keep Pie Pie. I already knew, like, Billy and I had connected. It was, yeah. I already knew, like, I was in trouble with Billy because he and I had connected, and I was already keeping Thunder. Thunder needed a friend. Billy was it. When Jack got sick, I said, regardless of his outcome, right? Because we found out, 2 days after he got sick, that his fever had created, he was blind. And that was not going to reverse itself. It might have gotten a little better, but it wasn't going to fully, he was going to be special needs. And we said, that's it. We are keeping him regardless of what happens. You know, he's not for sale.
I might be wrong.
We had a family interested in him.
No, we already answered.
But we said no. We've put so much of our love and our care into him that he would have a home here at Simon Says Farms forever. Obviously, we lost him. I think that really opened the door for us to keep Thunder, honestly, because we already got used to that idea of having
I
three
dropped that
wolves.
bomb on a Q&A. I was like, we might keep Thunder, and you were like,
I already knew we were keeping Thunder.
Yeah.
I knew before I knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So that's why, I fell in love with Billy. I think Billy now he's really loud.
Yeah.
That goat has found his voice.
All right, you're up there with Kate.
Okay, Kate.
At what age do you normally generally retire goats from breeding, and how many of each type, Alpine Togs, La Manchas, is your wish to breed in a minimum each year?
Yeah. Okay, so
That's a question.
we've actually, Danica was our first goat that we ever retired.
Yeah.
And she's young, to be honest. She's, going to be 7 this year?
Yeah, 7. 7 or 8, somewhere around there.
She's young still. But that comes down to, I can't answer the question at what age do you generally retire a goat from breeding, because that comes down to, like Danica, she had a couple complicated deliveries, and we just called it because it's not worth risking her life.
Of course.
We've always said, you're zooming in on me again.
I just like being the producer. Okay.
We've always said, like, going into a pregnancy, you're going to have more complications if you just breed whatever, whenever, however you want. And that's not how we breed. So we don't breed unless they are absolutely in tip-top shape. And Danica's not it. Her uterus tilted. We did not know this until she was delivering Grace and Evelyn. And actually, we didn't know this until after she had delivered Grace and Evelyn.
I knew the minute I went in something was wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that wrong meant, but I was like, oh, this is weird.
Right. So once we determined that her delivery from last year, not 2019, but 2018, when she had gotten bitten by a mosquito carrying Cache Valley virus, and it affected the babies significantly. One of them passed away about a month before delivery, and actually the belly, one of the side effects of Cache Valley virus is that they get this jelly belly, and it's a belly full of liquid. It was the size of a basketball trying to squeeze out of Danica. Very, very tiny baby, which is why we couldn't understand. We had the head and the feet out. We could not understand with these little toothpicks of legs why we couldn't get the rest of him out. Like, why?
Yeah.
So
put it this way: if that happens again, the camera's turning off. That was not.
Yeah, it was.
It took me and the vet pulling at the same time to get that baby out. Now remember, the baby was already gone.
Baby was already passed.
Baby was already
DOA. Had already been passed.
We just had to get it out. And if you're not farm people or whatever, there comes a time where,
you have to save
you
mom.
have to save mom. And yeah, the vet and I were working hard to get that baby out.
You guys pulled with everything you had. And to be honest, Kara, again, this is a farming channel first. We try to educate. When it gets to that point and you can't get the baby out, it's no longer about the baby.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, that baby was
already passed.
Baby was
it's
already
about
dead.
mom. And we had to get that baby out so that we didn't lose mom. And she was like, I was like half a second away from having to cut that baby out of her.
Kara said it to me. She goes, Aaron, I hate to say this, we might have to take this baby out in pieces.
Yeah. I mean, that's a horrible.
And she's like, I've had to do that once in my life. I don't want to do it, or something like that. She said she just whispered it to me, we might.
That's the grim reality of if you don't do that, you're gonna lose mom.
Right.
But
we got him out.
She was in a tough situation.
He ended up at UConn Science, right? Didn't he go?
He went up.
He went somewhere to help others figure out.
He went up to No, you know what? He didn't go anywhere. The placenta.
The placenta did.
Yeah. The placenta and mom's blood work went up to, I want to say, Stanford
or something for testing.
Because Kara took one look at that baby, and then the sister came out with another known complication from Cache Valley. And she's like, I've only read about this for my veterinary, while I was in vet school, I had a test. I've only read about it, and both of these babies.
Yeah. Queen Bee just said it. I've seen a calf be cut out of a mom before. It's not pretty.
It's
not pretty, but you gotta save the mom. I mean,
what's the alternative? You can't push the baby back in and do a C-section. It's already half out.
Can't do it.
It's already.
Needless
it's already
to say,
dead,
if we get to that point, if anything ever goes that wrong, just so you guys know, this is obviously an educational channel.
You'll be turned around.
You're going to be turned around.
Or,
We're not even going to. It's not
that kind of educational.
It's
channel.
not that kind, right?
But Kara's fantastic with letting us, educating us through the process,
right?
And that's how we got the diagnosis of Cache Valley.
Yeah.
The good news is that she cannot be affected by Cache Valley again, but she also will not have babies again. So
where are we? Yes, somebody asked about.
Turn you into a tenor again?
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that.
Nancy Bartlett asked.
Yeah.
Excuse me. She wanted to know if you were going to go in and do some goat yoga with the babies.
No goat yoga with the babies.
No?
I'll bring you guys back to the barn or whatever. I don't know, what was I doing? Oh, I was bringing them back up close. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, where were we at? Any suggestions,
Oh, goodness.
My private goat photo session.
She wants to know any suggestions as to what to wear to my private goat photo session in May.
What is she talking about?
Well, she's going to another farm to do a private goat photo session in May.
No idea.
Any suggestions as to what to wear?
A Simon Says Farm shirt.
She's the Simon Says Farms ambassador.
That's what you should wear. Yeah.
She's got the whole getup.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Oh, how's Poppy doing?
I already answered that question.
Oh, you did?
Oh, how's
About
Poppy?
Poppy?
No. That I did not
Poppy's
answer.
doing well. I mean, she's
Yeah.
still eating like crazy. So it's really funny. I think she's getting frustrated with living with teenagers because we were over there for quite some time today, and she's actually being pretty, what?
I was wrong. Keep going.
Oh, Poppy's being assertive. First time in her life she's being assertive.
Oh, yeah, she's the oldest one in the barn. She's starting to, like...
She is a descendant of Danica, too.
Yeah. Raggedy Ann did not come last year. She's coming this year.
We're coming this year.
And we are coming this year if you have 2 sessions. Oh, we're going to have a lot of sessions.
We are going to
like
have
a
back
10
to
a.m.
back.
and a 1 p.m. And
We'll
we're going
be
to come
coming
for
to
both.
Well, that's
Somebody
how...
did that last year, right? I could swear.
Oh, yes.
Somebody
did the goat yoga session
That's what
and
they
then the
did.
goat snuggle session after.
And there's only like a half an hour break in the middle, and we were like, she was like done with yoga, and she's like, "Oh, I'm coming back for the 10 o'clock." We're like, "Just stay."
Sweet.
We were like, "Just stay.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere."
So that's the thing about our goat snuggle
Person
sessions.
hung out all day.
Yeah, the goat snuggle sessions, it's supposed to be an hour, typically goes an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like just...
Yeah. Well, we need that time to get people back to their cars, get their cars out of here, wait for the next round to show up, all that. So, yep,
Oh,
you must
all
have,
the hearts for
all
Jack Jack.
Yeah. Put that back up there again.
Oh my goodness. We just officially hung Jack Jack's picture in House of Pie today too.
All right, you're good. I got it for you. Oh, good job.
He was such a sweet little guy.
There.
So funny. I do wonder, like, how would he, what would he be like today, you know?
Yeah.
Like, would I be, like, remember? Okay, so there's a picture going to go up on Facebook tomorrow of Billy. We were cleaning up the back paddock where, like, the overflow paddock is going to be behind House of Pie. And there's a strip of, like, clear corrugated plastic that lets all the light into the barn. And because we built this new platform in House of Pie for the goats to sleep on and then sleep under, Billy was up on that platform watching us, like up on his 2 feet looking, like, "I see you," and he was yelling at us through the plastic.
Oh, they found it. Look at that. Tina found it. The open barn video. I hope that's not why our numbers dropped and everybody just left to go watch it.
And Billy was yelling at me, and I wonder, like, would I be looking into the barn being like, "Jack, Jack, quiet down, you're being too loud," you know? So cute.
Demi, we try to read them all.
We do try to read
We
them
try
all.
to keep up with all you guys. And I know sometimes the same thing
How close to live are we? We're only 8 minutes
We're
behind.
only 8 minutes off, but sometimes we see the same question over and over again. If we already answered it once, we normally don't
I'm not
answer
gonna
it
answer
again. But I get it. Somebody might not have been here.
Oh, no. Queen Bee. I just swallowed a big piece of hard candy.
I
I hope that went down the right way.
Yeah.
Can we get... Oh, I missed it. Ow.
Do you guys get a vet discount for having so many goats, rabbits, and dogs? So our vet only does our goats. That's it.
Yeah.
She doesn't do our rabbits, cats, and dogs.
She did our cats' rabies shots. The outdoor cats.
Yes,
Miles,
that's
Shyla,
true. That's true.
Just Hunter, actually, because we didn't have Miles and Shyla at the time.
Yep.
Oh my God, she farted again.
Yep. She farted again.
Be careful. She's
Oh,
extra
no.
gassy. What did you feed her?
I did not.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh.
You gave her salmon.
I gave her a tiny bite of salmon.
Apparently,
left
it goes
over.
right to her tush.
What are the average, Jeanette? What are the average weight of a baby from last year?
Ooh, I'd have to go and actually get that
Should
number.
actually do the math.
We should do the math. It was
that
a
requires
it was
math.
a tiny year.
It was small last year.
We had more 4 and 5 pounders than
they
we've
were really,
ever had.
really
Remember,
small.
we thought Poppy was Poppy was the smallest baby ever born on our farm up until last year.
Yep.
And we thought Poppy was so small she wasn't going to make it. And I looked back, she was 6 pounds.
Yeah, last year
I
we
was
had
like,
some 4.5.
Uno was 4.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I mean, I do know why everybody was small last year.
yeah,
And that's not going to ever happen again.
Now we're all caught up.
yeah.
And I was like, I think Jack would be like Billy. I
Yeah.
think you're right. He was so full of personality, sweet little soul.
Ow! Oh,
She's
they're
like,
so tired.
I know. Look at you.
Or should we ask the
snoozing.
audience where they're from? If you want to put it in the chat, go ahead and do it now. Obviously, you don't need to give us your address. We're just saying, like, what state, maybe.
Hold on. Paula says we keep skipping her question. And
Oh,
didn't
Paula, what's
answer.
your question?
I don't know.
Quick, I think we're on real time.
Yes.
Yeah, we are on real time. Paula, ask your question. We're looking for it.
We're watching right now. Yep.
We're waiting.
Oh, Kimberly asked too.
She did.
Yeah, Lori found the
Yeah.
channel right when Jack started to get sick.
Crazy.
Yeah, Maryland, California, here we come. Here they all come.
Oh, there we go. Ohio. Billy and Jack would have been best buds.
Yep.
Why?
Where did you feed
When do you feed Moo grain?
Oh, sorry, Chris.
Probably
was-
not going to happen.
Yeah, Moo's so big she might not need grain.
Oh, Paula's question. Okay, is a female goat ever sterilized like Weathers?
Ooh, good
Weathering
question.
males?
Paula, I did not see that question anywhere. We might have
I did not
bounced.
either.
Yeah.
No. No, it's because they've got indoor plumbing. It's a lot harder and more risky to open them up to like spay them like a cat,
Ohio. Look at all the Ohios. You guys should have a
So
meetup.
the males, it's a whole lot easier. It's an external plumbing issue. So we weather the males, and that takes care of ensuring that the females,
Yes, UK,
the females don't get pregnant.
Georgia, Texas, Wisconsin, Utah.
I actually had a question I saw earlier this
Yeah.
week, and I have 2 other
Minnesota.
questions I think from
Another
writing questions.
Canada. You have some mail-in questions.
I do.
PA.
So
You want to know what's funny? We're based out of Connecticut, and Connecticut is not our most popular viewing state when you look in YouTube analytics.
nope.
No, most popular is, I think, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Brenda. I really think it's Pennsylvania. The most watch time comes from PA. Yep. And then followed by Ohio, which you can tell. Look at all the Ohios.
Yeah.
Ohio should have a meetup. Or if we do a meetup, we should do it in Ohio.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
How
they're
and why do
centrally
you
located.
get... Oh my gosh, Liz, that's a
What?
Rotten Roses.
Oh, how and why did you get into goat farming?
Because she told me to.
Shut up. It all came down to first just providing fresh eggs and milk to our
Yeah, it
family.
was all
Yes,
of it.
I know goats don't lay
Chickens.
eggs.
Chickens were
We
the
got
eggs. all of it.
chickens first for the eggs, and then we actually moved to this property so that we could get goats
Yeah.
and have fresh milk. And then we got into showing, and it really kind of all took off from there. All right, so there were some.
We got some Idaho, Oklahoma, Nebraska.
Okay.
You're welcome, Paula. Sorry we missed it.
Oh, I think we answered this question for Allison, but I'll just put it out there again because she wanted to know the reason we kept Billy. And that really just came down to we were planning on keeping Weathers from last year to put over in the
On the
House
other
of Pie
side.
Paddock for
Yeah.
some weed whacking and fence control.
Yeah.
And I really connected strongly with Pie Pie and Billy. And then Thunder really stuck around just because nobody else wanted him, which was kind of a shocker.
Yeah.
And he's a cool little goat. So I wanted to keep 3 boys last year, and after Jack passing, that kind of we defaulted to Thunder. Unfortunately, he was our backup.
Yeah.
All right, and then there was a question about if when will Aaron get the chance to muck out, or if he will muck out the pens before the pens go up. If not, does he know when he will get a chance to muck out?
So that's actually funny. I thought about possibly doing it tomorrow.
Is it going to be too wet?
It all comes down to, well, it's always wet.
And you
so
don't have a helper.
Doesn't matter. That's okay. Yeah, I thought about doing it tomorrow. I can't do it midweek or later in the week. Possibly Monday.
Hey, Jeanette, try
No.
backing out and coming back in, and maybe you'll see live chat. Sometimes that happens to me where I'll sit there and I'll talk to myself, but there's like real chat going on. Sorry, she was having a technical
No, that's right.
difficulty.
That makes sense. But yeah, I literally thought about doing it tomorrow, but I don't know. It all depends on what happens in the morning. Olivia wants pancakes, so that's like
Pancakes come first.
come first.
You know, if you tell them you're making waffles, they'll all be over.
Yeah, no, we're not making waffles. So now we know we got to do a meetup, and if we do a meetup, we got to bring the waffle maker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
The
Aaron's
problem is,
making
if we ever
waffles.
did a meetup, would
It
we
has to
literally
be
just
here.
be here?
It has to be because the goats.
So what's the difference between a meetup and a goat snuggle?
Nothing. It's just it's only.
You would not put it on the website. You would literally put it in the chat only, and
It's a private event
it'd have to be a private event.
for YouTube only.
They'd have to like apply or something like, what's your real name? What's your screen name? Like something like that. And then,
Kathy goes, "Are the kids getting all the eggs, or will we have more grumpy chicks born?"
ooh, that's a good question. More unplanned pregnancy chicks? No, I am
No.
collecting all the eggs. And
They're being collected regularly.
they're being collected. They're fine. No,
But that was funny.
no grumpy chicks.
Oh, grumpy
Yep.
chicks. I also saw a question earlier in the week, and I don't remember who asked it, but they asked something about how in cows.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you're good.
I cannot read that.
Oh,
In cows, when you have a male-female.
yeah, yes.
If you have a male-female twin birth in cows, the female will be a free martin, meaning infertile.
Yo,
It does the same thing happen in goats.
no.
No. So, on rare instances, there will be a free martin female born, but can it be linked directly to the fact that she was born with a buckling as a twin? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think so
it
either.
happens so often where there's no issue that I really don't think that's ever. I don't think the gender buck-doe twin issue is a link to free martins in goats. In cows, yes.
Yeah.
Kimberly goes, "I'm coming for goat snuggles, but if I give you $2.50, can I snuggle Hazel?" Kimberly,
You mean this one right here?
I'm pretty sure you can snuggle Hazel for free. That one, everybody stop talking and we're just going to listen
We're
to
just
Hazel
gonna wait.
snore. Did you hear it?
One more.
Okay, one more.
She's sleepy.
She's
There you go.
so tired.
Okay, here. Sorry, Stella didn't get her day.
Oh, Stella. There,
you
you
go.
go.
Stella's like, what's going on?
She's
Huh?
like, huh?
Why are we zoomed
Why
in
are
on
we
me?
still here?
Why are we
What are
still
we
on this
doing?
couch?
Okay.
Can we go now?
Oh, so cute. They are so cute.
What's that? Did you get a good measurement? We did get a good measurement of
Okay,
movement.
Alabama.
Oh, we're good.
Confession time. I'm pretty sure we were all having some like head trauma that day. Maybe it's too soon to joke about head trauma, Bradley. Okay, he was dropped on his head today. And
that was the day
I'm
he
not
popped the
kidding.
balloon, though.
Right, but that was the day that you measured Moo, and I think we might have all been having some concussion issues because she measured in at 56 inches, which was fine.
I was the closest.
Yeah, but then we measured her again.
her last week, and she was 53 inches.
We're like, she did not
and
get
I'm
smaller.
like, no,
No.
that's not even right.
Yep.
So she either dropped, which is true.
Don't get out of my cheeses. I had to do that so mommy doesn't hear the bag.
Or we weighed her before her morning buffet of hay, and most of her 56 inches was hay belly last time.
Could be.
Which
No, because we did that baby shower at night.
I know, which means she had been eating all day.
Yeah.
And we weighed her. We didn't weigh her. We measured her
Right.
this week, first thing in the morning. Julie N.
Okay.
Are you all right, Aaron? You act like your back is bothering you.
My back does bother me.
His back is always bothering
My back's
him.
actually been bothering me a lot for the past couple weeks. Years. Even more in the last couple days. And you want to know why? Because I got on the Peloton bike.
Wow.
I was just pausing there for a minute so everybody can hear what I just said.
He got on the bike once.
3 times.
Oh.
3 times this week.
Excuse me. And you've been eating this entire
And
Q&A.
that's the problem. I'm on the bike so I can eat more.
You're like, all this cheese is all over you.
If you keep touching me, I'll put more cheese there. Yeah, no, my back hurts.
His back always hurts.
Always
though.
hurts, yeah.
It really, from the very moment you and I met, I remember you asking me to step on your back and crack it. And you went to a physical with
Yep.
your like pediatrician. That's how young we were.
Oh my God.
You remember?
Yep.
And he was like, "Don't ever do that again."
He actually
And
wasn't my pediatrician, but I know what you mean.
Dude, he totally was like a pediatrician.
No, he's known me from when I was a little baby because my mom was an emergency room nurse and he was a doctor at the emergency room and all that. He wasn't my pediatrician.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, "Don't ever do that again." So I didn't, and you got so mad.
I got so cranky.
For years, I stopped walking on his back because the doctor said, "Don't ever do that
I
again."
still have to
Twist my arm.
twist her arm to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she says okay, she gives me like 1 foot. Boop.
I don't do
And
my
I'm
whole
like,
weight
just
like I used to
get up
do.
there. Yeah. Yeah.
Can we scroll?
Yeah. What is the grumpy chicken doing these days? Oh, the chickens are all grumpy.
No.
Right? Is that what that said?
Yes, but Grumpy Chicken was the grumpy one. You don't remember the white grumpy one? She's over living in the chicken coop with the mom and
Are you absolutely sure, Judy G, are you absolutely sure Moo isn't having 4?
hiding a 4th in there.
Oh, no, we're not.
I'm not. So ultrasounds at that stage, they're not like human ultrasounds. Yes, it's very possible that one of Moo's, Dr. Kara was like very confident that there were 3 in there. But what's to say there wasn't a 4th hiding behind number 2 or 3? Who knows?
Randy's looking out for me.
What?
Randy's looking out for me.
Oh yeah, you need to go to the doctor.
One of the 5 guys.
So wait a second. Because Randy says you need to go to the doctor and get that back taken care of, what have I been saying for the last 18 years? Nothing. Apparently I've said nothing because he's not listening. Surprise! Aaron doesn't listen.
Back pain's one of those things though, you go to the doctor and they'll be like, then don't do that.
No, it's not.
Be like,
when my back hurt, they helped me.
Oh.
Because I had back spasms, remember? Like a lot, real bad.
They didn't help me.
Yeah.
They stuck a needle in my back and pushed the reset button. Literally. Like they stuck a needle into the muscle.
What was that called? What'd they do to you? It wasn't acupuncture. It was something
No, it wasn't. It was worse than that. No, they literally stuck a long needle. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
I was in so much pain. I thought that sticking a long needle into my back muscle was a good idea. That's how much pain I was in.
Peloton
You should be
commercial
seeing. Remember, our rabbit customer came last week, and she gave you a referral to a
Yeah,
fantastic.
you didn't give me the person.
She gave it to me.
To you, not me.
Okay, well I'll give it to
I
you.
asked you twice already.
Okay.
We're working on it. Thank you, Randy.
Calm
We're getting this
down.
started.
Ooh,
Right after the greenhouse is done.
Shut up. You got it to. You know what? I say your back is more important than the greenhouse.
Of course you would. The
Oh,
greenhouse
Tracy
is
says-
never a priority.
Tracy said, "You know why? I am 100%
This is
sure
true.
that thing is about to fall down. I looked at it today from House of Pie, and it's sagging.
Oh no, it's always been sagging.
No, more
It's fine.
than it used to sag.
It's fine.
Anyway, yeah. So I have. Yeah, men never listen. Ever.
Yeah, that's what equine preppers write.
What? What'd she say?
I don't know. Something about a chiropractor.
Okay, it's not hard to find when we were given a highly a good recommendation.
Supposedly we have a good recommendation of a
We
chiropractor.
do.
I just gotta make
You
a
just have
phone
to
call.
drive to West Hartford
That's
every
fine.
time you need to go see them.
Yeah, that's a long way.
Well, okay. Do you want a pain-free back, or do you like just want to live in pain?
That's still a long way. I don't know if I have time for that.
This is what I work with. This is what I have to deal with. It's time to listen, Aaron. Coming from Randy.
Randy.
Coming from Randy.
Oh my gosh, look at all the question marks. I thought we were done.
Quick, I gotta pee.
All right, hurry up. Go.
Okay.
Rapid fire.
Okay, Rotten Roses, not goat related. There are massage therapists who walk on your back.
Oh, I'll just have...
Scroll over. Is that actually harmful?
No, I don't think so. But I'm not sure. I wouldn't know. I
If
think
it's a
it feels-
massage therapist who
feels
walk
good.
on your back, I'm sure it's fine. When you when you told us Moo's current measurements, I was like, it was actually in inches. Scroll over. Some were telling no, it was inches.
It was inches. Yeah.
Chiropractor.
Yeah, that's
what
where
we're
I gotta
talking
go.
about.
Chiropractor.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I really gotta pee. Scroll up.
All right, we're getting close to the end, guys. Very close. I'll go out to the
Don't
barn in a
listen.
minute.
And
This
they're
is
the
very
biggest
true.
babies when they're sick.
Very
Yeah,
true.
You should have seen Tyler this week. Libby's sitting there with like 100 and something degree fever, right? Almost
Yep.
103.
Right, dancing in the living room.
And she's dancing in the living room an hour later. Tyler didn't even have a fever and he looked like the walking death.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway,
All right, we're done.
I think we're done.
It's time to go. It's potty time, and I'm gonna
Oh.
bring you guys back to the
Oh,
barn,
yeah, she said thank you for elaborating.
and we'll
You're
go
welcome.
see some
Can
of
you
the.
scroll over?
Where
I
am
wanna
I
make sure.
going?
Scroll over. AKA Hope had said something and I want to make sure. I asked that back in September. Oh, but only got the short answer of no. Oh, I'm sorry.
What answer was that?
The whole free Martin question.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad I was able to elaborate this week.
Yes. It was probably me that said no.
Probably.
Probably. All right, we're
And
going
he
now.
was probably rushing me because he always says, let's make this fast. Okay. Thanks for joining us. And are you really going to end this or are you going to walk him out there?
I can't just walk the camera out there. We've never tried that before.
We might die.
No, we're gonna end it, and I'll
Yeah.
restart it in the barn at baby level.
Okay. I won't because I'll be peeing.
Yes. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.